Oh, wow, hold up. This whole situation with DJ Akademiks and Mona? Girl, it's heating up faster than Charleston White on a rant. And seriously, why is everybody walking around so mad lately? We're literally 2 weeks from Christmas. This is supposed to be cozy vibes and hot chocolate season, but instead, it feels like every day somebody new was crashing out online. Now that Act's mess with Mano is finally dying down, it looks like he already has another storm forming, and this time it's Mona. Mona, aka Don't Call Me White Girl, is a comedian who used to run with Gilly and Wallow on their podcast. She eventually dipped from that pod to build her own lane. And just like Akademiks, Mona has a loyal, ride-or-die base that stands 10 toes behind her. They know she's flawed. They know her past, even that whole allegedly scamming and getting locked up chapter. But none of that shakes her audience. They pack out her shows every single time, and they keep her podcast number strong. A couple of months back, Mona officially joined the Joe Budden podcast. And just last week, while they were breaking down Akademiks and Mano's beef, Mona told the crew straight up that she does not mess with Akademiks. She says she's never been a fan of how he used war and Chirac to launch himself into hip-hop. Basically, Mona was trying to make one point crystal clear. If you're not from the streets, if you never lived that life, stop jumping online and talking like you have.
You won't fuck with that.
I'm sorry, I just don't.
Did you not gather that from the last
Listen,
2 minutes?
do y'all really want to know? Do y'all really want to know for real? When I found out the history of him, like how he started, I was just like, what the fuck? People let that fly? Like they're reporting on Chicago and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of people that are like not in the streets at all, doing all street content. I just don't get that. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like you have to be at least adjacent to it to be able to report on it. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion. I don't want to hear shit from a square that wouldn't even walk through these blocks they discuss every day. I don't.
Now, Akademiks wasted no time firing back at Mona. He basically said, "Shorty, you not even on my radar." According to him, she's been clout chasing his name for years, and he still has no idea who she is. Then he doubled down and said, "Here's exactly what I said."
Media happens now? I think I played a great part in it because you know what? You get the Dusty Dyke bitch over Joe Budden podcast. I don't even know who she is. She can't stop talking about me. They keep talking about the war in Chirac. Which, by the way, completely incorrect. The war in Chirac ain't won't pop me off, but, you know, the uneducated scammers like that will say that. And by the way, Shorty, please don't hop in a beef. If you ever want to squabble, let me. Oh, and people been saying you've been talking shit. But here's the thing, you're not relevant enough. You're filling out the Melissa Ford slot, Shorty. I know, and by the way, I went over to their Reddit to see the vibe. They want me to check you since Ice and Ish won't check you. You taking over the show, talking over people. Bitch, we don't want to hear the dyke bitch that's a white chick, come from Philly, nothing attractive, just saying a bunch of dumb shit, limited knowledge and limited vocabulary. We don't want her taking over the podcast, okay? Joe's too scared to kind of say something because you giving that masculine energy. So they're hoping, Act, you come in and simmer her down that the cast could be a little bit more calibrated. I've done a lot of favors. I'll do this one later. She's just not that relevant. She's just not that relevant. I got to give it up no matter what because you know what? I'm all about let's keep the same energy. You know, everybody said, yo, Mano's tough. Yo, you talk shit to X, Y, and Z. You ain't going to say nothing to Mano because Mano's tough. All right, bet. So I got to keep the same energy. Bet. Let me do the Mano shit. Cool. Then you get the dyke-looking bitch on Joe Budden podcast. Like, is she piling on? Like, ho, we don't know you, shorty. Like, you on Joe Budden podcast, keep doing what you're doing. I ain't even mad at you or whatever you're doing, but it's like, nigga, you've been trying to get on my radar. I don't know you. You're just like this ugly dyke old bitch, bro. Like, come on. That sound like you've been smoking cigarettes for 25 years. I don't want to get on your ass because, number one, I know how that's going to go. It's going to be in your favor on social media. Bitches is going to want to support you because they're going to think, because that's what they do. They support these loser ass thinking that's how they take me down. But then you got the bitch on Joe Budden podcast. Bruv, I don't know if Joe not paying you enough. Joe getting $20 million. You don't need to do that cloud chasing because I don't think nobody even watch your shit. I think you got your own podcast. You know Joe, my mans. Me and Joe, we had an iconic show. Bro, don't bring your little issue with me over there. Like, keep it on your podcast and nobody watching.
Now, I can only assume the crew over at the Joe Budden podcast pulled Mona aside and warned her, listen, Act does not let up. They probably told her straight up that if she jumps in a ring with him, he'll dig up every secret she's ever tried to bury. But Mona wasn't flinching. She said, "I don't give to. I've been ready for this smoke with Akademiks for years." And not only did she stand on that, she pushed it even further. Here's exactly what she said.
Want me to respond to that big, thick stud Akademiks? Y'all got me fucked up. Well, I wish I would. Look how you called me a scammer. You're a rat. Look how you called me a scammer. You ratting in your comeback. Your comeback is radish. You fat, rat, stinking bitch. You go to events, you can't even be the fuck seen. You gotta be in the background. You come to the events when you come to the events through the back and sit in the back with everybody that's sitting in the back because you can't sit in the front because you scared because you a bitch. What I look like going back and forth with a bitch? Say it to my face, bitch. Do that. Say it to my face. You big, round, soft, thick, big thigh having, big hip having, fat bitch. You sit up in that motherfucking mansion, drunk as shit, spitting and howling on that stream. You think you somebody because a bunch of white boys gas you? A bunch of niggas that don't get no pussy gas you? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you and them niggas that follow you, bitch. Fuck you.
Now, let me keep it real with y'all for a second. Some folks online are saying Mona's clapback just didn't land the way it should have. They feel like the fat jokes were cute, but she could have swung a little harder. And of course, if you're Team Mona, you're convinced she cooked them effortlessly. But me personally, here's the one thing I've got to point out. Mona, you can't let Akademiks see what actually gets under your skin. Why even call him a rat for bringing up those old scamming accusations? If you've ever watched boxing, you've seen fighters eat a nasty punch and act like nothing happened. It's only at the press conference afterward that they admit they were hurting the whole time. And trust me, Ak will never hesitate to bring up every scamming rumor tied to your name. Plus, he might even hand a full platform to anybody claiming you did him dirty. However, I gotta be fair, Mona wasn't lying about her energy. You do not want to stand toe-to-toe with her in real life. She's the type who will swing first and deal with the cuffs later. And honestly, y'all, I don't even know how this one wraps up. If Joe Budden doesn't get both of them on the phone to squash it, this might turn into a back and forth that drags all the way into 2027. Let me know in the comments what you think about Mona firing back at DJ Akademiks. Like this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.